All right. We are back. Another episode of My Soul DNA. I have another good friend of mine, Dontrell. Known this dude for years, man. How long has it been? Was it 15? Was it 04, I think it was?
04, yeah, 04 when we met.
04,
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, so we're
so
we're in
17?
2021 now. So yeah,
Going on
16,
17.
17 years, somewhere around there. So My Soul DNA, we give you a platform basically to kind of give the background on what started you collecting, what got you there, how many pairs you have, just kind of get your overview of what made you fall in love with this whole sneaker culture. So definitely I want to kick it to you a little bit about yourself, man. As far as sneakers goes, what started you in collecting sneakers?
Oh man, so for me, like the passion for sneakers kind of always been there, man. Like I wasn't getting them all in high school or middle school and everything, to be honest. But my mom did what they could do, you know what I'm saying? But A&T, man, so 2004, like when we met, that's kind of like when the passion kicked in, like deep. Like my roommate, matter of fact, like he was from DC. They rocked phone posits, like, and that was like where I'm from. Like phones wasn't like a thing, you know what I mean? So when I saw him, I was like, yo, what is crazy shoe? But like as far as like seriously collecting, it's like 2011 when I started paying attention to, like, matter of fact, I remember you were one of the people. One of my close homeboys, Josh, you know what I'm saying? He had a nice collection. Like when I saw paying attention, like, oh, okay. Like, yeah, they're building by numbers. They have coordination. It was really just keeping it neat thing, and that just built it from there. So I say, yeah. So the long answer is like 2011, maybe. That's probably when it really got solidified. Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm an OG. Yeah, I'm an OG at this point. No, I'm an OG. Yeah.
Facts. I know you got a lot of sneakers, right? How many do you own?
I'm 90-ish, maybe 100, give or take 10. I don't know. You know, I'm up there in that range, but I don't know. You know.
The wild thing with that, man, and this is coming from somebody who moved recently. You don't realize how many sneakers you have until you have to like actually devise a plan and how you're going to move them. And then I know for me, putting all the sneakers in boxes, it was like, okay, let me just do some quick math. Like each of these boxes holds 8 to 10 pair, and I'm counting. I got 10 of these boxes. Like, I didn't realize I had 80, 90 pair.
Wifey might watch this.
Hey, it is what it is, man. That's what it is. It's our vice, man. We can't help it.
Right.
Give me a beater.
And you can see why.
Ooh.
But these are my babies. Like, I'll never get rid of them. I camped out for these. This is 2012. I want to say that summer because it was hot. I remember it being hot. But I hit like 3 different stores. None of them had at the time, I was a true 8. I'm an 8.5 now. So, but they didn't have any of my size. And like, as I'm walking out of Champs, the girl was like, we got a 7.5. Like she screamed, yelled it from the back. And like, I turned around like, yeah, I'll take it.
Let me get it. Let me get it.
So as you can see, like the way the strings are like loose, it's always been like that because they really were too tight. You know what I mean? It was a 7.5, but playoffs, I had to have them. And I have a tie for my chill beaters. My pine green foams.
Hey, look, I had those on today. My pine green, I had green on today, yeah.
And it's crazy. It's like one of those colors, like you could, I know it doesn't match everything, but you throw them on, it's like, yo, it just goes. Like, I don't know why, but it just goes. I didn't care for these. I got lucky with these. Like, I just happened to walk in, and when I went with my homeboy to pick his pair up, he like, I'm getting mine. So when he got them, and he opened that box, the way that light hit it, I was like, oh man. And at the time, I didn't have my eggplants. And I'm like, oh, these gotta go home.
Depending on the way the light hits it, I've taken pictures in pines and they look like they're all black.
Oh yeah, I think that's why I think like they go well with everything because they almost look black. Those are my babies. And I actually, like I said, it was a tie, but I'm just kind of like showing off a little bit probably. Like these are a beater too. Like, but they're not. It's that white midsole, like it's starting to turn on me, so I don't pull them out as much as I do my pines now. But these are a beater too.
That brings me to my next question: are you team rock or are you team stop?
So traditionally, all right. So we got a mutual friend, mutual sneaker buddy, Al. You know, so he calls me the Iceman, and he jokes because like he says, "Man, Trey, you always keep your shoes on ice." Now, in my head, I'm like, man, you crazy. Like, cause Ryan, like, I know this dude, he'll go 3, 4, 5 years without touching these shoes. Like, I don't ever do that for him. But I am the type, like, yeah, like I have some back here. Like, it's been like 2 years and I still haven't, like, I don't think I'll open the box, you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, I'm an occasion type person. And if you fit the occasion, like they can sit for like 8, 9, 10 months. And then I'm like, man,
and see, I'm gonna call myself an occasion type person too, but I don't really go out like that. So for me, it's like I'll go to even like, let's say a basketball game, and I'm like, I might be walking too much, so I'm not gonna un-DS something. But at the same time,
too many people in there, man. Somebody step on my shoe.
Somebody might step on, but at the same time, it's like, this is when you want to wear it because this is when most people gonna see it. But I always find a way to kind of rationalize, you know, make sense in my head where I'm like, nah, this isn't the right time.
Man, it's wild.
It is what it is. I mean, that's honestly what we sign up for when we embark in this life, you know, whether you know it or not. Right. What is the let me ask, what's the most you've ever paid for a sneaker?
$280, $290.
Okay.
Yeah, $280, $290. Okay. I'm a retailer bus guy. I'll make trades, but I don't do that. I can't do that resale.
You're about like me. Like, I don't. It's just something about. I mean, call me stubborn, call me old head, call me whatever you want. I got 2 more questions. For actually 1 more question. No, 2 more questions. The last one being the big one, the one that everybody wants to see, your top 5. Right. So, if there was one shoe from the sneaker gods for the rest of this year. Matter of fact, not this year, just that one shoe in general that you could get, size, color, you got it for you tomorrow. What is that one shoe?
I would have to say Chicago ones.
I think a lot of people gonna say Chicago ones.
Yeah, Chicago ones, because to me, like, that is the most perfect shoe. That is a shoe I don't care what you got on. You know what I mean? Like, period. That's a perfect shoe. And
I think a lot of people gonna say between Chicago one and Bread one.
Oh, that Bread one, that's they're both, like, to me.
That's
all
it.
Right, because I'm gonna. All right, I don't want to clue off on my top 5, but the Bread one and the Chicago one are the close battle between what 2 shoes that are in my top 5. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And you know what I mean? Ironically, they're both the same silhouette, but the colorways, like, I mean, it's like, yo, you can't get mad at anybody and say, nah, this is the best colorway of that, or this is the best colorway. Like, they're both great within themselves. But for me, it's just that Chicago, man, that white, that red balance.
Red.
It's just, I mean, and it's that true red. Like, everything, it doesn't matter what you throw on with it, it just goes.
Don't
like,
matter.
Yeah, man. Like,
don't
it's
matter.
The perfect shoe.
And it's like the color blocking on that shoe is just, it's like all the colors are in the exact right place.
Perfection. It's a perfect sneaker. Like, I don't care what you throw on. Like, you're going, I mean, of course, granted, you can't go out here with neon green and try. Yeah. Actually, you might be able to.
if you know how to pull it off, right?
If you know how to put it on, you know. But yeah, like, you know, it's a perfect shoe, man.
Facts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 1